Hello everybody, this is Johns Hopkins with Baltimore Heritage, and we're back with another of our 5-minute Histories videos. And then today I'm in Southwest Baltimore at the Carroll Park Golf Course. Today this golf course hosts all sorts of golfers, good golfers, bad golfers, black golfers, white golfers. When it opened in 1923 though, it was restricted to whites only. And it took an incredible effort to desegregate this golf course and the city's other golf courses. That's what we're going to talk about today. This course happens to be celebrating its 100th birthday. It opened in 1923, so we get to say a happy birthday and milestone to them for that. I am thrilled that I'm going to be joined in a bit by a gentleman named Nathaniel Hicks, who suggested this topic, so thanks for that, and also is working to get youth of all races excited about playing the sport of golf. Before I turn it over to him, though, let me just jump in and say there was a wonderful article from 2008 on the desegregation of this golf course. But first of all, where are we? We are in Carroll Park, the former estate of Charles Carroll, the barrister, not to be confused with Charles Carroll of Carrollton, the signer of the Declaration of Independence. Beginning in the 1880s, Baltimore City started buying chunks of land from the Carroll family to build this park. They were doing it in the newfangled way of active recreation, so not just paths for strolling, but things like ball fields and playgrounds. And in 1923, this golf course, the course opened after courses in Clifton Park and Forest Park that also were restricted to whites only. The first serious challenge to the segregation policy came in the early 1930s. There was a black golf club called the Monumental Golf Club of Baltimore, and they and their leader, a gentleman named Edward Lewis, started putting pressure on the parks commissioners to desegregate this course, and they won. The commissioners opened the course up in 1934 to all golfers, black and white, figuring that DC and Philadelphia had already done so. And anyway, this was kind of in the middle of an industrial area. The white neighbors wouldn't mind if a few black golfers came out and played occasionally. The commissioners were wrong. The neighbors went into an uproar. A council member named Councilman Williams said that his constituents were, quote, in revolt, and the park commissioners reversed course. They settled on what they called a compromise. They would restrict the course to whites only on something like Tuesdays, Thursdays, Saturdays, and alternate Sundays. Black golfers could have the course, but not on those days. The golf club was satisfied with that, maybe knowing that eventually their pressure would force the desegregation fully of this course. And in 1936, they got their wish, and after 2 years of solid effort, this course became the first course to allow black Baltimore golfers to play at any time of the week. The next 15 years saw a sustained effort politically and legally to desegregate the rest of the city's courses. One big boost came in 1938 when Joe Louis won the heavyweight title, boxing title. He came to Baltimore and was presented with the keys to the city. And then he played one round of golf on the only course that would allow him to play, and that was here at Carroll Park. His golfing companions, however, were heavyweights in Baltimore's black business community, including Willie Adams, the numbers runner turned financier. Lewis encouraged them to keep up the pressure, and they did. The new round of pressure came again with the Monumental Golf Club. Their leader, a black golfer and lawyer named Dallas Nicholas, put pressure on the commissioners to open up all of the golf courses. And in the 1940s, he won. They won. The city opened up, telling their ticket takers to let all golfers in, but then caved under pressure. And back again, black golfers were restricted to only Carroll Park. Nicholas then sued in state courts and won. The golf courses were open to all, but lost on appeal. The third time, the Monumental Golf Club and Nicholas recruited the help of heavyweight NAACP lawyers, Charles Houston and W.A.C. Hughes. They went to federal court and again won, again to lose on appeal. This was the era of Plessy versus Ferguson, separate but equal, and this course was Baltimore's separate but equal course. It took sustained effort until 1951 when Baltimore City finally broke down the color barrier and allowed black golfers to play on all of its courses. It took until Brown versus Board of Education, 1955, to strike down that separate but equal doctrine for the city to let black Baltimoreans enjoy the city's pools, playgrounds, and parks on a full-time basis, on an equal basis. I'm going to wrap it up and turn it over to Mr. Hicks, but say the effort to allow all Baltimoreans into all of our municipal courses in many ways started here back in the 1930s with black golfers. Nathaniel, we are all yours.
My name is Nathaniel Hicks Jr. I'm originally from Baltimore, went to Baltimore Polytechnic Institute. First want to say thank you so much to Johns Hopkins for allowing me to be here. This is a great pleasure and an honor to assist them with this presentation. I'm on the board of First Tee of Prince George's County, and First Tee is the oldest golf nonprofit for youth as well in the nation. Also, I'm the executive director of a golf nonprofit called Aim Penn High, and that's aimpennhigh.org. And the president of our nonprofit is Jamila Johnson. She was the first director or coach of UMES's men's golf and female golf teams as well. She's of University of Maryland Eastern Shore. What we're trying to do is, again, with the direction of First Tee as well, is to make sure of the awareness of golf in Baltimore City. Baltimore City has a vast, rich history of golf, but it's been in decline, so it's been more of a man's sport or man's day type of thing, but we're trying to get our youth involved more excited about it as well. We work in tandem with Baltimore Parks, Park and Recs, and as well as Baltimore School Board in the physical education of the 9th and 10th graders, and then we'll try to make sure that it's going to be an intramural team and throughout the city. We're going to start slow first, of course, start with a couple of schools, again, Poly, of course, first. But again, First Tee of Greater Baltimore, they focus in on their wheelhouse is middle school, but again, the actual program of First Tee of Greater Baltimore has up to 18-year-olds. I also wanted to mention that as far as there's an insurgence of, again, particularly men of my age, that are more aware of golf and have that passion of golf, but you don't see as far as bringing their children along, and that's what actually reinsurges the actual sport, and to keep it young and keep the lifeblood of the sport going. But that's what we're trying to promote right now, and we want to thank Carroll Park for definitely being one of the impetuses of that, by making sure that there are opportunities in which all golfers can golf. And we want to thank or congratulate Carroll Park Golf Course for their 100-year anniversary, and being, again, the starting point of adding to the history of Baltimore's golf. So you can contact me right now at nhicksjr@gmail.com, and then we can disseminate any kind of information that you need, or any assistance or support, sponsorship that we can that you can offer.